All right, you're welcome to my studio again. This is Learning to Sew series, and I want to believe you have been learning how to sew. Some people have been sending me comments. Somebody said, "GB, you don't talk loud. You need to raise your volume." Yes, I'm going to try as much as possible to do that. Thank you all for coming always to my channel. I've been getting some feedback from responses. I must say that yes, I'm so happy, and I want to say thank you to you, and I hope that you have been learning to sew. That is the real deal. Please, this year must not pass and you say that, oh, I still don't know how to sew. You must know how to sew by fire by force. I'm sure you have been learning. You have been learning the basics about sewing, how to get your machines, the things you need to do and know, then about how to cut your simple stylish Iran boba, how to sew your Iran boba. By now you must know how to sew your cut your simple stylish bubu and how also to sew it. By now you must also know how to cut your simple skirt block that you can moderate either to a flared skirt or a pleated down skirt and stuff like that. By now you must be able to cut your trousers. That was the last thing we did, and people have been asking, "GB, are you just going to teach us how to make trousers? What about the tunic? What about the top?" So that is where we are going today. All right, so I'm just going to go straight to the point. We are getting ready to do our tunic. Somebody said, "GB, what is tunic?" That's your senator, that style of top that men put on their native trousers. I hope you have sewn your trousers. All right, so now to do your trousers, what are the measurements that you need? In this video, I'm just doing tutorials. You know, one of the things that separates my videos from other videos, the fashion video, is that I will always give you tutorials, the things you need to know and to do, so you'll be able to be on the same page with me. Not that I'll just come and say do this, and you'll be like, you don't have any background knowledge of what I'm doing. Do you understand? That's why I always give tutorials first, then we'll go to the drawing board to draw the pattern. So in this video, I'm just doing the tutorials. Now, the measurement that you will need for your tunic, you will need the measurement for the neck, you will need the measurement for the shoulder, you will need the measurement for the armhole, you will need the measurement for the round sleeve. You understand? You need the sleeve length. Either you want to make it short to your elbow or you want to make it long to your wrist. You will need the full length of the tunic. You understand? The length of the tunic, it must be somehow at the mid-hip area. You understand? Then what else do you need? Waist and hip for men's tunic is optional. It's not really necessary, except if the person you are sewing for is on the big side. If the person is on the big side, you might need it. You understand? Maybe the person has hip or the person has big tummy, you might need it. But regularly, average size of men, the chest is always the widest, you understand, of their upper part. So the only thing you really need is the wideness of the chest, except if the person has big tummy or he has hip. If the person has a big tummy, then the tummy is likely going to be the widest part. You understand? If the person also have hip, if it is the hip that has the widest side, then you have to take the consideration of the hip too. That means you have to take the chest measurement, you have to take the waist measurement, and you also have to take the hip measurement. For both the chest and the waist, whichever one is the biggest, is what is the widest, is what you will use for the upper part. Do you understand? If the waist is wider than the chest, use the measurement for the waist to also do the chest. Do you understand? Then when you get to the hip, if the hip is now wider than the waist, then you can know how you will bring it out, shape it, the waist, the hip out. Do you understand? But regularly, most men, their average sizes, you have the chest, the torso widest. So that's why I said that waist and hip could be optional. I hope I'm able to at least pass some information across to you. Now, in the next video, I'm going to go straight to the drawing board because we are going to draft a pattern for our male tunic. Now, let me also intimate you that for you to draft pattern, you also need to do some calculations. Somebody is saying, "GB, now you have started. Now everything has been simple. You just calm down. Follow my, you don't have to break everything down to you, and you'll be able to follow it step by step. Yeah, you need to do some calculation. Like for your neck now, when you take your tape around your neck, you can't just apply the measurement for the neck. You have to do some calculation. You need to calculate your front depth, you need to calculate your front width, you need to calculate your back depth and your back width. Yes. And you know, remember that I also told you that I have a digital sewing book. Yeah, that reminds me, please make sure you subscribe for my channel. So when I release it, I'm going to put the link there where you can go to download it. I've created a table, so you won't need to stress yourself trying to do the calculation. I know you are all beginners. By the time I start doing the shirt, yes, I'm going to give you that formula. So you too, you start hold your calculator like this and you start doing the calculation yourself. But for now, because you are beginners, I don't want to stress you too much. So I've already done the calculation in the digital sewing book that I'm preparing for beginners. Please make sure you subscribe and make sure you watch my videos. So by the time I release the link where you can download it, you can just go easily to download it. Meanwhile, for the neck, like I said before, you need some calculations. For the shoulder, you just divide it by 2 when you want to draft your pattern. The chest, you divide it by 4. The armhole, you divide it into 2. The round sleeve, you divide it into 2. The length, you use it like that, no division. The sleeve length too, you use it like that, no division. So I think with all this background information, you are ready to go and draft your pattern for your male tunic. So in the next video, straight to the point, we are going to draft pattern. So I'll see you there.